What if I told you the modern car is not just a machine for getting from point A to point B, but one of the most important inventions ever built into everyday life? Because hidden inside cars are 5 innovations that did not just make driving better. They changed safety, speed, comfort, and even the way cities are designed. And once you understand how they work, you start seeing why some of them are still shaping the future of transport today. Today, let us break down the hidden science of cars. 5 innovations that changed everything. Not just what they are, but why they matter, how they work, and how they affect you every time you turn the key, press the brake, or take a corner. First, the internal combustion engine. This is the heart of the traditional car, and it changed the world because it turns tiny controlled explosions into motion. Fuel and air mix inside a cylinder, a spark ignites it, and that push drives pistons up and down. Those piston movements rotate the crankshaft, and that spinning power eventually turns the wheels. What makes it so important is energy density. A small tank of fuel stores a huge amount of energy, which is why cars could suddenly travel long distances without needing massive batteries or external power lines. A practical example: long road trips, delivery trucks, emergency vehicles. Anywhere you need range and fast refueling, this engine made modern mobility possible. Second, the assembly line. This is not a part of the car itself, but it is one of the biggest reasons cars became affordable enough for ordinary people. Instead of one team building one car from start to finish, production is broken into specialized steps. One worker installs wheels, another fits doors, another wires the dashboard. Why is that so powerful? It reduces time, lowers cost, and makes each step repeatable. That means more cars, less waste, and more reliable quality. The result? Cars stopped being luxury items and became mass-market tools. That changed commuting, suburbs, and daily life. Third, the seat belt. Simple, yes. Small, absolutely. But it is one of the most life-saving inventions in transportation. The mechanism is straightforward. In a sudden stop, your body keeps moving forward because of inertia. The seat belt absorbs some of that force and slows your body down over a longer time, which reduces injury. That longer stopping time matters a lot, because the shorter the stop, the bigger the force. Concrete use case. Even at low speeds, a seatbelt can prevent you from hitting the steering wheel, windshield, or even being thrown from the car in a crash. It is a reminder that the best innovation is not always the flashiest one. Sometimes it is the one that quietly saves millions of lives. Fourth, anti-lock braking systems, or ABS. Before ABS, hard braking could cause the wheels to lock up, turning them into skidding sliders instead of rolling wheels. When that happens, you lose steering control. ABS works by rapidly pulsing brake pressure many times per second. That lets the wheels keep rotating just enough to maintain grip with the road. Why is that useful? Because it helps drivers steer while braking in emergencies. For example, if a child runs into the street or a car suddenly stops ahead, ABS can help you brake hard without completely losing control. It does not guarantee a shorter stop every time, but it often gives you the control that matters most. Fifth, electronic fuel injection. Older engines used carburetors, which mixed fuel and air mechanically. That worked, but it was not very precise. Fuel injection uses sensors and computers to measure exactly how much fuel the engine needs based on temperature, air intake, throttle position, and more. That precision improves fuel economy, reduces pollution, and helps engines start more reliably in cold weather. A practical example: if you have ever driven a car that starts smoothly on a freezing morning and does not choke or stall, fuel injection is a big reason why. It is a perfect example of how computer control made cars cleaner, smarter, and more efficient. So those are 5 innovations that changed everything. The internal combustion engine, the assembly line, seat belts, ABS, and fuel injection. Together, they show something fascinating. The biggest breakthroughs in cars are not always about going faster. They are about moving more people, more safely, more efficiently, and with more control. And that is the hidden science of cars. Not just metal and gasoline, but engineering decisions that shape the modern world. The hidden science of cars. 5 innovations that changed everything is just one small part of science of cars for interested in science. If you are interested, our full free Science of Cars for Interested in Science course is linked in the description.